Oh, welcome to the chat, huh? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Get that all lined up. Sure to bounce around some. It is February 7th, 2019. It's a Thursday, 0515. Currently 45 degrees. Extremely foggy. I mean, it's thick as pea soup. A lot of people who watch this won't know what pea soup is because they don't serve it at McDonald's, but it's a thick soup. Green, can't see through it. But anyway, really foggy out here this morning. We are going to have a high of 61 and a low of 12. 12 degrees for a low. We currently have a flood warning in my area until 1 a.m. tomorrow. And the fog advisory is on until 8 a.m. today. So, what a day. Somebody scattered a bag of trash everywhere. All over the road. Whew. So I don't know what's on my street in front of my house. Whatever it is was extremely extremely slick. I don't know whether it was mud or slime or whatever it is, but anyway, I was, every morning, we live in a fenced area, gated, fenced all the way around, little compound, and every morning that I work away from home, I get up, and because I'm up much earlier than my wife is, I get up and move my vehicle out, and then I go back in, move her vehicle out, so she doesn't have to worry about fiddling with the gate, whatnot. So this morning, after I'd moved my vehicle out, I stepped out of mine, and my foot went sideways, and I went down. It was an interesting experience. For being a fat guy, I'm usually pretty agile on my feet. It's very rare that I have ever fallen in my adult life. There were a couple instances, but not very often. When I should have, I've been pretty good on my feet, except for a fat guy. And it didn't hurt anything, but it was certainly a surprise. It was more of a surprise than anything that my foot slid out from under me, and I didn't catch it, didn't have any control. Pulled myself up, went, got her car out, got back in the car, got back in my car with no further incidents, but it was just kind of a surprise. So, noticed all sorts of interesting changes as I get older. My hands ache, some joints hurt a little bit. It's harder to lose weight. But anyway, so we had the President's State of the Union the other day, which I thought was fairly eloquently done. I kind of raised my eyebrows when he started talking about, let's not waste time investigating and stuff like that. We'll see how that turns out. They're going to do what they're going to do. If it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time, and they've wasted it. So, just like anything else that's going to happen during this particular Congress, nothing's going to get done about anything. Because they're all worried about dressing up like Ku Klux Klan members to sit all together in a white block, and worried about trying to preserve, the ability to rip babies out of the womb and kill them. There is never, I listened to this. I think maybe putting Stacey Abrams up after the State of the Union address might have been a good ploy on the Democrats' part, because they can look back here in a few weeks or whatever, when their popularity wanes, and say, Well, that loser up there, that Georgia loser, wanted to do the reply to the State of the Union, and we relented and talked her into it. But that's what you get because she's stupid, and she is. There's never ever been a case of a mother's life being in danger in the last trimester where the baby had to be aborted in order to save the mother's life. At least I can't find one, and I've seen doctors' assertions to that effect. So if somebody finds one, let me know, because I'd be interested in seeing it. Delivery of the baby, yes. C-section, sure. Murder of the baby right before it comes out, the birth canal, no, never been a reason to do that, to save the mother's life. And you got to realize that the people on the liberal side of the House do not consider family as family anymore. Their whole, it takes a village to raise an idiot, or whatever their philosophy is. It's not about family. The nuclear family of a mom, a dad, and children. It's not that anymore. It's the state and the government needs to raise your children for you, and it doesn't matter. You go out and have as many bastard children as you want to, out of wedlock or whatever. Just be a baby factory with multiple daddies and unknown mothers and all that kind of stuff, and that's okay because the government will take care of them. That's a bad philosophy. And when the government gets tired of taking care of them, we're going to find a way to kill them. We'll start killing them in the womb, and after that, we'll figure out that not only I seem to recall, and I don't know whether I dreamed this or not, but I seem to recall some legislature saying that you can kill them up to 3 days after they're born or some such. I hope that was a dream, a nightmare. Surely we don't have that going on in America. But that's what Hitler did. You guys, people claim that the right's Hitler and Donald Trump's Hitler and yada yada and all this stuff. People need to go back and look at their history. Of course, they've been taught history from the revisionist side of the House, the liberal side, who wants to lie about everything. But Hitler, took over, did massive gun control, took over the health care, decided that that it was okay to live immorally and run around and have babies everywhere, and to kill them if necessary, if you want to. Not if necessary. Kill them if you want to. Kill defective children. It's a sad world. But you know what? All this was predicted. It's not like this is news, or at least it shouldn't be to people who understand what's going on. But of course, on the other hand, people have been saying that for thousands of years too, so it'll come to fruition at some point in time. So anyway, my kids were born. Their kids were born. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's really all we have to worry about is our own. Sure as heck, nobody else is going to worry about them. So anyway, my rant about the State of the Union address, it was good. He said some very favorable things. I do really like the expression on the liberal's face when he said, America will never be a socialist country. And America never will be a socialist country. It may not be America anymore, but it'll never be a socialist country. It'll be something else, some other name. But it really did tweak Ocasio-Cortez's nipple when he said that. Bernie Sanders wasn't too fond of it here. I think his hair turned red from the heat on his face. So, that's it. Andre Carson, our resident Muslim in Congress, has been elevated to some sort of get this, counter-terrorism, counter-intelligence, yada yada, counter all sorts of stuff that you really shouldn't be trusting, a certain classification of people to. But he's right in there with it, so that's fine. He's not killing infidels, so his Muslimness is in question anyway. Because if you're not killing Muslims, or if you're not killing infidels, you're not following any religion. Muslim wannabes and whatnot. Anyway, on enough about that. I'd like to hear what you guys think about the State of the Union address. If you bothered to watch it, let me know what you think. Like I said, it was more entertaining than I expect the Super Bowl was. Anyway, that's what's going on at this time in this place. We will chat with you all a little later. Leave me a comment of some sort. Thanks. See ya. Oh, be careful out there today. Just please be careful. It's nasty out here.